Why can't they just leave it alone? It's got naught to do with him.
It's news. Sells papers.
It's my brother, dead.
I know, and I wish to God he wasn't. How long is it since you saw him?
Does that mean I'm not supposed to feel out?
No, of course not, but I'd like to know how I felt. I was concerned I was going to die in that place.
I know. I just don't understand it, though, Mike. This wasn't like Dean.
No. You always said your family was trouble.
Yeah, and maybe they were, but not Dean. Not like this. I mean, I know he wasn't the brains of the family, but... I don't know, he always seemed more sensitive. Jimmy always said he were a mummy's boy, although she never spent enough time with him to make him one.
You know, you speak less about your mum than any of them.
It's because I haven't seen her for so long. She ran out on us when I was in my last year at school. I were the eldest of 5, so my dad reckoned it was my place to fill in for her.
Well, what about school?
What about it? He didn't argue with me dad. Then he got shut up in the nick. And if I hadn't have stayed and looked after the rest of them, the kids would have ended up in care. So I stuck with it, till they set him loose again. Then I walked out and I'm just the same as me mum.
And that was it? You never saw any of them again?
Well, every now and again, if I had some spare cash, I'd send some back.
Well, what the hell for?
Felt guilty, I suppose, or lonely, maybe. Either way, from what I hear, they don't think any better of me for it. As far as they're concerned, I'm as bad as me mum. They won't forgive her and they won't forgive me.
Anyway, here's my chance to find out.
Emma, don't. Large scotch, please, Natalie. In fact, make that 2.
Right, yeah.
Linda,
Yeah?
I want you to know that I'm sorry about your brother.
You're the last person I thought I'd be sorry. Flaming copper. You'll probably be drinking tea with the bloke that killed him later on, won't you?
Steady, Linda, steady.
Come on, Emma, let's go, eh?
You don't know, do you?
Know what?
Everybody else
Come
did.
on,
I
Emma,
thought
leave
you
it.
did as well.
What don't I know?
I was on duty the other night. I went into Freshco with the armed unit. I shot him.
You shot Dean?
He fired at us. I had to shoot.
You killed my brother?
I'm sorry, honestly.
Linda, pull yourself together!
You murderer! Right, get her out of here. You murdering pig!
All right.
Do you feel any better?
Well, I feel cleaner.
Here, have that.
I think I might report her.
You've got to be kidding. You're lucky not to be done for assaulting a police officer, throwing yourself at her like some sort of wildcat.
I were provoked.
She was just trying to say sorry for what happened.
Mike, if she was that sorry, she wouldn't be doing the job in the first place.
What do you mean by that?
Well, if you train to kill someone, sooner or later you're going to kill someone. No 2 ways about it.
Well, you could say the same for someone that takes a shooter to try and knock over a supermarket.
And anyway, there's something else been bugging me. Why were you at Freshco's?
Does it matter?
Yes, it does. You went to see Alma, didn't you? About Mark's letter.
Did I?
Don't play games with me, Mike. I thought we agreed to leave the past behind us.
I'd better go and answer that. Oh, you better come in. Linda, we got company.
Cheers. To Dean.
To Dean.
Yeah, Dean.
So the funeral's Friday. What about me mum?
What about her?
She's got a right to know what's happened.
As far as she's concerned, Dean and the rest of us died the day she walked out. Same story as you when you think about it.
That's not true.
She never invited us to the wedding, did she, Dad?
No. I bet it were a nice do and all. Happiest day of your life, eh?
Right, you told us about that funeral. Now, if you don't mind, Linda's tired. She's been through a lot.
Us too, if you hadn't forgotten. Mike.
Leave it, Mike. They're all right.
You're doing all right too, from the look of it, Linda. Nice pad. And I bet that's your convertible parked outside as well, isn't it?
I work hard for what's mine.
Yeah. I'll bet.
Think what you like.
We don't have to think it, we can see it. You had a life insurance check, didn't you? Always was a smart one, sis.
Right, I've had enough of you two. Get out.
No, it's all right, Mike. Look, the 3 of us, we need to talk. Why don't you go back down the Rovers or something?
All right, but family or not, I want you two out of here by the time I get back.
Mike's been good to me. Better than you can ever imagine. And head and shoulders over the way you lot treated me. I was never a daughter to you. I was just a skivvy. Someone to cook your food for you and wash your underpants. Is it any wonder I ran off?
No one knew where you'd gone to, not for ages. We was worried.
Worried about who was going to cook your dinner and not much else.
It was after you left that Dean, you started to go off, you know.
Oh, yeah? So it was my fault, is it? It's my fault he got shot? He got shot because he didn't have the nerve to do what I did and get away from you bunch of scum and losers.
You cow.
Leave it! She's upset. We're all upset. The only folk at fault for our Dean's them coppers what shot him. You heard from them?
No.
Not even the decency to say they're sorry.
Listen, the funeral. Me and Mike'll pay.
That's good of you, Linda. Thanks.
It's the least you can do, I'd say.
Oh, stop picking fights with your sister, Jimmy. You haven't changed since two of you were nippers. There's only one lot I want to fight with, and that's coppers. I won't be finished till I know just what happened in that supermarket, and if I can get someone's guts for it, I'll have 'em.